here's to you. That's very good brandy. I love this stuff. It's Remy Martin XO. Some of the finest brandy that you can get, maybe not in the world, but certainly in New Jersey. And Carol, I again thought your tape was marvellous, and there's a lot of things that you shared with me that were very interesting. I think the softer side of Carol, of One Itsy Bitsy Butterfly, was extremely interesting, and also thought you were very popular. It seemed to me that a lot of people really enjoy your stuff. Your videos are extremely interesting. I think you've got great potential for all kinds of things on the YouTube circuit, or whatever it is. And I for one am looking forward to playing around here in this medium. My medium is mostly writing, and I write a lot of things, magazine articles. I've written a couple of books, a couple of how-tos, some fiction I've done. I like to play around with characters and things like that. I'm not particularly famous or anything. I haven't done anything that has gotten any incredible notoriety or anything like that, but it would be great if I could, wouldn't it? But so far I'm just a bit of a hack, and writing the things that I enjoy. Sometimes I write some poetry. I've written a couple of plays. I've written a film script, but it wasn't really picked up or anything like that, so I'm doing the best I can. I live alone in Brick Township, and I like to go for walks along the beach. I like to cycle a lot. That's kind of nice. And I play the guitar. I play a couple of other things too. I play the conga drums. I actually have conga drums here. Maybe I'll pull them out and we'll have a go at it one of these days. Play the trumpet. I don't play really the piano. My mum had and my dad had a piano at home in the UK, and I fooled around a little bit on that, but it wasn't my thing really. The guitar is my thing. I like the guitar. I'm not particularly good at it, but I like to play. I like to jam a little bit with my friends. I've got a friend, Tommy, who comes over here, and he brings his guitar, and we try to pick some things out. Favourite groups, I love Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin is, oh man, they are so cool. Led Zeppelin is like one of my all-time favourite groups. I could listen to them all day long. So incredible, rock heavy blues. It's really amazing. But I also like some of the old singers from the 40s and the 50s, like Ella Fitzgerald. I think is just one class act. I mean, she's got so much soul inside of her, and her music is absolutely timeless. I mean, you can listen to Ella Fitzgerald today and it's like Nora Jones or something. Of course, Nora plays the piano, but such a soulful voice. I mean, she's so incredible. Hey, by the way, you having a good time? Yeah, I hope so, because it's kind of weird talking into a camera and thinking that someone's there on the other side. I'm not actually used to it. Never done it before in my life, I don't think. This is actually the first time. So this is Joe the Virgin here. This is very good cognac. So anyway, I have enjoyed your videos. It's really quite an experience, this YouTube thing. I just discovered it a little while ago. Very interesting characters, lots of interesting music and people, you know, and what you do is so fascinating. I like everything about it. I like some of the new people that are coming on, and you know, I was doing something on hobbies and interests and that sort of thing. I had to write an article for the New Yorker. I'm not sure it's been published yet, but it was on the whole notion of people doing different things in their lives, and how some of the stuff that we do is so different from the stuff we do professionally. You know, the people that you know, are these really kind of dedicated scientists and engineers and that sort of thing. And when they get home at night, they rock out with their electric guitars, and they have a whole different lifestyle. So I thought it'd be interesting to go onto YouTube and see what some of these people are doing, and I talked to a couple of them and said, would you like to be interviewed for an article? Now I'm thinking now, I got to do this other article on YouTube. I've got to figure it out. What is it going to be, and who am I going to sell it to? Who'd be interested in it? I know there's been a lot of articles written about YouTube, and I certainly wouldn't be the first. But I'd like to find a different kind of an angle. You know, something that's a little bit different. I don't know. Maybe you've got some ideas about that. But it would be great to write something that is different and interesting about YouTube. I do like writing. I like writing poetry. Maybe I'll read you some of my poetry one of these days. I like painting, like you. Maybe I'll show you some of my paintings. I don't know, John East, whether we could show some of these paintings while I'm having drinks here with Carol. It'd be great if I could. I don't know technically whether I can plug these things into this video or not, but it would be great if I could. This is very interesting, isn't it? I like it. It's akin to nothing I've ever done before in my life. So it's a fascinating experience for me, and I enjoyed watching you in your video from your side of the table. You know, I haven't seen anything like that at all on this YouTube thing, where 2 people or 3 people or 4 people have some sort of a relationship, where you've got one channel with one, you know, bloke, and another channel with some bird who's got some other thing going on, and there's some communication between the 2 people, you know, or 3 or 4 people. It'd be sort of an interesting thing, wouldn't it? A little bit like a soap opera, where every channel had its own thing, and there'd be this cast of characters, where Jersey Joe and Itsy Bitsy Butterfly, and this I don't know, there's all sorts, Isabella Brave and Mind and Music, you know, all these other guys all come together and have this kind of a interaction and a plot of some kind, although I'm probably complicating things, and I tend to do that. A lot of my writing becomes very complicated, and one of the greatest tips anybody ever said to me was, you know, it's okay to complicate your writing if that's what you have to do, but in the end you've got to make it simple for people to understand what you're talking about. And I've been following that advice. I've been following that advice all my life. I guess that's about all I have to say at this point. I'm going to save some other things for maybe later. I look forward to more conversations with other people too. Yes, Carol, I'd like to see other people as well. No, I'm just kidding. I like this. It's a very interesting concept, and I'm glad that I've got the camera, and glad that I've moved into the era of technological capability, and that I've got a camera that I can actually do something with, and people can actually see what I'm talking about, as opposed to doing a slideshow. It was a little bit labour intensive anyway, trying to find all the pictures and photographs and things to kind of tie into it. So I think I like movies too, by the way. I like film. I like to watch. I like odd films, quirky films. There was a great German film called Run Lola Run, which has been subtitled and also has, I think they've dubbed it in English. I like Sliding Doors. Is a great film. I thought it was terrific. I like anything about time travel. I like the whole time travel concept. What was it? A great American film with Christopher Reeve, I think. Somewhere in Time. What a great, talk about romance. What a great romantic film. It was just incredible. I loved it. It was great. Very haunting music too, by the way. I have the soundtrack. Well, I think I'm a man of some controversy, in the sense that I like extremes, you know. I like classical music, but I like headbanger music too, you know. I like the psychedelic stuff. I like Led Zeppelin immensely. They're so good. I wish they were back, man. Can you imagine if Led Zeppelin was here today on the music scene? It would be absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And the hip hop I do love. I shouldn't say love it. I like it. I appreciate it. I think I like all music, actually. You'd mentioned country music. I like country music. I like Garth Brooks. He's not so bad. You know, I have to take country music in small doses. I can't do country music for long periods of time. But I guess that's it, really. Maybe next time I should play the guitar for you, and we'll see what happens with that.